loud crier, Brittany.
I sure am.
Yeah.
Aren't you jealous of my husband?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ben Affleck?
Stop rubbing it
Oh, I
in.
know. Where is that Ben?
Right there. Oh, he's like, oh, now I have to admire him in person. He's been waiting for this moment.
Was that where this came from?
Yeah,
Yep.
he was a wedding present, and he came with Tiny Ben, who lives in my office, and then there's Large Ben.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
I did have a question.
Yes. What do you got?
What you would love to marry.
As
I actually walked
which one?
down
Oh,
with
this,
him.
you
I
said
walked down the aisle.
satisfaction scene. The main thing here, not to worry about going through all the motions with the selfie. The audience will get it. Which was that when I come down on the ground?
Yeah, when you come down on the ground, you're taking the selfie. Like, you don't have to worry about, like, unlocking your phone and then still like that.
Just going.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want the audience to get ahead of us on that instance. And as soon as you grab your phone and go like this, they'll be like, oh, yeah, cool, I get it.
Selfie. I guess so. That makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I'll just raise it up more because I've been
Yeah.
taking from like, I can take one like.
Yeah, cool. If you want to show off your chest a little bit, like, I don't, listen, I've been with my wife so long that we had still had the whole, like,
The sliding.
well, even before that, we had a flip phone, so you had the text on.
Nice. Okay.
So, yeah, I have no idea. Like, online dating was not a thing when we met. So, I have
It's
no
stiff.
clue.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, guys, what's up?
Hello.
Hi. Hi. It's so weird because, like, I know Brittany. So, like, for you two, I only see kind of your faces at certain points. I mean, I see yours because you're close up. But, yeah.
He has a beard under there.
Little one. They made me shave it.
Oh.
I shaved it, and then the next day you were like, "We're gonna be wearing masks," and I said, "Okay." I don't care. I was gonna shave it all off anyway.
Yeah, that's happening to me too. I don't know. We're going through this whole thing where we're like trying to do costumes, even though we can't really do trick or treating or anything. So, and like everything we've talked about requires like no beards. I'm like, all right, well.
What are you going as? Or what are you
Yeah, what's on the list?
So you know Schitt's Creek?
Because.
Okay. We're thinking of going as David and Moira and Johnny, and then dressing our cat up as Alexis. So. Yeah, well, she's kind of an Alexis to begin with. So
Okay. A lot of cats are.
Yeah. So that's probably what we're going to be doing. But then someone gave us an owl costume a while ago, and we've been like trying to figure out what to do with an owl costume.
The rest of them are Tootsie Pops.
Yeah, we'll see, and that's something. But then someone suggested like, well, why don't you go as Hooters? Like he is the wrong kind of Hooter, and I'm dressed in like an orange something or other.
Yes.
So, but the other thing we're thinking is, do you know the show What We Do in the Shadows at all?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
With
Yeah. Okay.
what's his name? Yeah.
So
I've seen like
there was an episode earlier this year. So do you know the premise of it?
Yeah.
You look lost, Aaron. So yeah, it's basically about a bunch of vampires that live in a house together in New England, and just their adventures in the modern
And
world.
they're like from different eras.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they've, you have the one that's from like before medieval times. You have the Restoration. Like, it's crazy.
That's awesome.
But one of the best episodes this past year was the Superb Owl Party. So the vampires get invited to a Superb Owl Party, and they show up looking for this owl, and it's a Super Bowl party.
Oh my god.
So they just, because they've never heard of the Super Bowl, so they're like, yes, we're here to greet the owl. So what we're talking about is like, he's dressed up as an owl, and then Amy and I are dressed up as like football fans, and he showed up to the wrong party.
Oh, I think
So I know it's a deep cut. It's a deep cut.
Yeah, I think that works. I would say so. Especially like with the cameras, I think that would work.
Noah,
Yeah,
did you read the last little paragraph I wrote?
I did.
Did you like that?
I do like it.
I had a fun time with that one.
Not involved.
Not involved.
He was not involved.
Bob was not involved.
Not involved. Where the heck did you get that one?
Amazon.
Do you actually, do you drink all that water?
In the summer I did. Some days I get close, but it's really hard for me to do because I'm always so busy I forget.
No, right. Do you ever have to like refill it at all?
Oh no, never. Never refill it, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get here even like really early. Why? I didn't finish the sink. Oh no. I got here at 10 and didn't finish. So I have to talk with Jody and be like, yo. Otherwise, unless they let me stay late, which she probably won't.
Lindsay, I'm very sorry we're not using this program anymore
That is okay.
because this is superb. My God, this is. Oh, I love this. It's so good.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna stable it in. I'm just.
Yeah.
Oh, is there like an add-in for the program that you made for when we have the program bit?
Yeah. I just wanted to keep going with it, so I put everyone's headshots in it, and I labeled everyone as Bob.
I want to see it now. What?
But I put him in the audience now, so that looks good. He wrote that.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yes.
It's so good. It's so perfect.
Yeah? You want to know who we are?
Bob.
Bob.
Yep, Bob, that's it.
Bob. There's Bob.
No, it is available, Bob.
Yeah.
No, but there's Grant. There's no headshot of Grant.
I know, but it's just more funny because we don't know who that is.
Yeah,
Only you know who that is.
It could be anybody.
It could literally be anyone we Bobby. Oh no.
Yes.
Bob, many Bobs.
I wish we could just hand this to the ACDF correspondent and be like, here you go. Here's our program for the show.
That's amazing. Are you just tuning into the live stream? Or are you showing up for us?
I'm just tuning in.
Tuning in? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, I wish I could. But
Yeah.
I actually start rehearsing for another show this weekend.
Really?
Yeah, so.
This is fun.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna, whenever the ACTF correspondent is coming or watching, it's tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I emailed this, you should have responded.
I have a link I can send you.
Oh, perfect, okay.
Yeah, she just like, so I don't know how it happened, but somehow I got an invitation on my phone. It was like, invite, and it was to my calendar, and I was like, what? And I hit accept, and that's like, correspondent, and I was like, how did this happen? Because it's like not connected to my school email, so I was
Yeah.
really confused, but somehow I got it.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I can send you that link.
Okay.
I think it's like a Zoom link we're gonna go to.
Yeah, I figured as much. We'll see how this guy likes it. He's,
You know who it is?
yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I worked with him about 15 years ago, no, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
He's
Bob.
definitely a Bob.
You have a Monday.
I didn't know what I could find you on. We have some all over the place. But just what
I don't interrupt, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
For Aaron.
Oh, awesome. Let's try this. Yeah, let's try this tonight.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is he the one from Carthage? Correspondent?
No,
Oh my god, if we had one from Carthage and you made that joke.
Oh!
I would just beg you to keep it.
Yeah.
No, he's emeritus from UW Oshkosh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
How dare you? Moppy.
Yeah, he's
Oh, I'm gonna take him at some point.
interesting.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I mean, Aaron and Sawyer are gonna get the Iron Ryan, right?
Well, yeah.
You don't want one?
Pass.
I think they're gonna give it to Ben Affleck, really.
Oh, he's an Oscar winner, but not for acting. So this might be his chance to get some recognition. Or you could. Or not.
I think the mom.
When she first came to the first rehearsal, I thought she had a mask on, and I thought it was Misty, so I was like, hey!
How big of a band-aid?
What?
How big of a band-aid?
A knee band-aid.
A knee, like,
Pretty big.
okay.
Met her like 10 years ago. Because we overlapped for a week until the children.
Oh.
And like, I do not remember that, but she remembered me by looking me up. And she was like, oh, hi. I was like, yeah, hello. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I
Great. What?
He's here in the flesh.
I think Jody's going out tonight. Are you staying out here or you driving
I'm
back?
gonna drop there.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta tune into that live show tomorrow, so.
I'm sure too. I'm staying here tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Stella? Which is like by the dinosaur museum.
Yeah.
It was cheaper than the whatever the Best Western is now.
Shannon and John were gonna have their wedding there, I think.
Oh, I know. I looked at it for our wedding too.
Yeah, I think it's like downtown Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not far.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where they were.
Yeah, it looks fancy, but the room's like $70.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Someone must be on it right now, so.
That's true. I can capitalize on all the unrest.
Yeah, exactly. And you're cheaper.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. If you guys go out, I might go out first.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I live so close to the highway now.
Okay.
Like, yeah, Amy and I just bought a house.
Yeah.
Like the far west side of Evanston. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever you guys ended up.
Yeah. Yeah, we're down there. Evanston.
How's the house
qualifying process right now?
Weird.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Is it really competitive?
We really lucked out because we started looking like a week before the lockdown went into effect.
Oh.
So we kind of viewed a bunch of properties before before people like us to buy a house.
Yeah, a lot of people are buying and selling right now because they're just bored.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
My mom sent me a listing this morning of a house she likes, and she's like, looking at it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Okay, great. But the funny thing is, we bought it, and I went there the first day we had the keys at night, and there was still the like for sale sign out front.
Yeah.
And I had 3 people in the span of 4 hours stop and say like, "Hey, are you selling this house?" I'm like, "No,
It's mine.
I just bought it."
It's sold.
So it's
That's actually crazy. So people are just driving around looking at houses.
and like thinking,
They're bored.
yeah. Well, also it's like during this pandemic, you live in Chicago. What's the point of living in Chicago if you can't go out and do anything?
Yep. There was the guy that we did the workshop with yesterday was like, yeah, so many people, like, I live in New York, and like a lot of people I know moved away from New
Oh
York.
yeah. We so many people that we know in Chicago are just like, yeah, I'm done. I'm gone.
Yeah.
There's no work here for me, and what's the point of living here? There's no work, and I can't actually do anything. Yeah.
It's
So.
expensive for no reason then.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know, it's a weird thing.
We bought right before
Yeah.
things shut down, and like on our block, I think a new house goes up every week, but then it's gone.
Yeah.
So fast.
Yeah.
Sell, yeah, if you want to sell and buy, yeah, they already like.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
They're trying to buy a house, so.
jump on it.
So bomb. So good. Although there's lots of bubbles in the content.
What?
Lots of bubbles. My 238 is that 5 when I put it on. Yes.
Oh, bump drive. Not finished with.
It'll be tough.
Yeah. Are you just casually drinking a juice box?
Yeah. Every night after text, have another juice box. It's calming.
Treating
It's
yourself?
comforting. My comfort juice.
Oh my god, just the other programs.
We didn't stop them because there wasn't their taste.
I was wondering, I was like, are they just
They're gonna fall.
That's smart for the game.
How we looking, stream team? What? How we looking?
Trying to work on something.
Got it. They like just got control. Yeah. So many.
They might be running some of that stuff after.
That's fine. That's fine. As long as we get a chance to work on it, that's the most
Yep.
important.
I literally thought, I was like, how come what you're wearing looks really familiar?
Yeah, right?
I love
That's even louder in person. God.
It wasn't that loud before. It wasn't that loud. Before it was coming through you on the board, so it was only the sound of the board. This time it just came through the actual speaker.
I almost fell to the thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Stable.
When I was up there, it was loud. Jeez.
They're just prepping us for Halloween, guys. That's all.
There we go. That's
Scary movies, the
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Some of those.
Yeah.
Please don't do that again.
You're standing in the war zone. Like this is where you're gonna get it and you're gonna get loud. Out there you were safe.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to make sure you were.
Yeah, Lindsay was like indirect path.
Oh god, are you
Yeah.
Literally heart attack.
Oh god.
Oh my god. President just died right there.
Thank you, broken windows and good night. Is it nostalgic being in this space now?
You know, it's weird.
Being back in this space.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
So I know you get
Yeah.
to come here often because you often do like the little
Yeah, I
panels
mean,
and
I
stuff.
feel like I'm here every 3 years, 2 or 3 years or something.
Yeah.
But it's weird every time
Yeah.
because it's so different than from when I was here. I mean, this space is the same, except there was no door back there.
Oh, they added a door.
Yeah, that whole hallway didn't exist. This was, so the scene shop was back there, but like not, it was about a quarter of the size.
It was really tiny.
And the black box is where the art studio is.
Yep.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's, that whole state-of-the-art black box, that started the year after I graduated.
Wow.
Like, as I was
That
leaving,
feels
they
so
announced
bad
it.
too, is when
Oh,
you're
it was terrible.
You're like-
you know, so I'm like, oh, great, you know, here it is, cool, goodbye.
Yeah, I got really lucky because my high school did the same thing, except I got there the year, so my middle school is brand new. I went in I was like the second class to graduate from it, and then my high school built their brand new theater section, and like they did like a whole remodel just like this, where they did a whole new theater, got rid of that space, turned that into a gym, all this stuff, got that brand new, and then CLC didn't matter. CLC was always CLC.
Yeah.
And then this, which is like still technically you could say it's brand new. So
Hey, I mean, for
It's
me,
pretty
it's
new.
like, yeah, it's just crazy to think about,
yep.
you know.
Fly rails.
Yes, I heard that was
I
happening.
think last year.
Yeah,
Yeah, because something went wrong. There was some weird stuff happening.
yeah. But it's like, in some ways it's the same, but in some ways it's very different. And it's just, I think the craziest thing for me is that there's still photos on the wall from when I was here.
Oh, the ones upstairs.
Well, no, even on these walls. Like,
Oh, like the other, like I thought you meant like the class photos. I'm like,
oh,
are those
no,
upstairs?
yeah, those,
You're talking about the general photos
I'm
that
just
are
talking
on the
about the
wall?
general production photos. You
Yeah.
know, because like every time I come and look at my wife on the walls,
Aw.
because it used to be that she had like 12 photos up. So I always come to see if there's still one there. And there is. I mean, there's
Yep.
still, you know, there's still
All
two.
the ones on the walls over from
Yeah. You know, of course, I'm not in any of them.
No.
But I never really was either. So like, you know, I had like, kind of see my eyes in one photo.
Oh no.
Um,
You should have them take one
Hey,
now.
that
Put it up.
no, I'm
Like Mike
please,
Wazowski.
no, that's okay.
With the logo.
So, they're working on a sound.
Okay.
So they're working on the ability to, we have recorded video content.
Great. She's like, now I got look extra good.
So, that's,
No, I'm just here.
Oh,
I didn't bring my makeup kit in.
the actors use it.
So.
yeah.
After we got out here last night, I went home and scrolling through the stream,
Yeah.
and like, it's kind of a hot mess when we.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I'm not
exactly.
listening to the stream, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
So we're trying to suss that out. and
Got it, yeah.
hopefully in time, so if we're gonna run the tightest bit
Mhm.
before we start, then we can, Terry can like hear it and like.
And exactly,
like
here
the
we're
outro
trying to
and
be.
you can go, oh, and that's when I begin speaking. And
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know,
Yeah, okay, cool.
that's what weird.
Yeah, I noticed that it wasn't bad until last night.
Yeah.
And then last night I was like, oh, this is really delayed.
Yeah, yeah.
So, okay, good. Yeah.
Because I was thinking, well, you know, how else was the sort of gonna know when the camera's on?
Yeah,
Right?
Exactly.
So, but if he hears the music, it always ends the same. He doesn't go
Exactly.
ding at the end. Okay, you know.
here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, for a while I just told her, go off the light going brighter.
Yeah. Great.
And she was like, okay. Just like looks for it.
yeah, so hopefully they'll have it up there soon.
Yeah, cool. I'm easy peasy.
I've noticed.
Yeah, I'm just here to be here, so.
I heard you talking about the black box, and we must have just missed each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I graduated 2010.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, so my last show was on stage, it was going to be the Black Box.
I'm gonna get off the
They started
stage. Yes,
construction
no.
right as I was announcing.
Someone didn't actually get me.
So they moved my last show, or second to last show, I can't remember, but we moved it here on the
This
main
was in
stage.
the old black box?
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
My first show was first show in the new black box.
Yeah.
Opening, getting that open, and electrical, all the
Oh, yeah.
Race
sure.
Away for Wired Backward.
Yeah.
Like it was a whole nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah. What show was that?
Melancholy.
Melancholy. That's right.
Yeah, Jimmy
Yeah.
Cheatham directed it.
That's
and
right, yeah.
Scotty Warren did the set.
Yeah. Because we did like a little alumni thing for a weekend there on that set. Wanted us to come and do like a little show for some Parkside anniversary.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we staged something in Chicago and brought it down here and just staged it on the Melancholy set.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, or as part of the reopening, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Before. Yeah, Jamie just called me and was like, hey, can you do this? I guess, why not?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, that's funny. So you've been here, what, like 8 years now? Is that?
I think it's maybe, well, I think it may be 10.
Maybe 10? Okay.
But I've only been here full time for 2.
Got it.
So, they hired me. I was working in Chicago, and
Yeah.
Christy and I go way back.
Yeah.
And so they were like, we need a lighting designer for this, open this new space.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I came up and did it, and it was like, these people, they're great.
Yeah.
And so they kind of kept hiring me back for a while. And then they were like, hey, you want to teach lighting classes? I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, why
So
not?
I did that as an adjunct for a few years. And then they were like, hey, basically Keith's like, I'm going to retire. And you're like, you're it.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, okay.
In that very Keith way, yeah.
Yeah. But we bought all these LEDs and all this stuff. And over the last 10 years, every time Keith was going to make a lighting move, he and I talked. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
He's been grooming me for years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Gosh. Yeah, Keith.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
She's the assistant.
Got it. Hi.
This is Dylan.
That's fine. Yeah. So are you
No, it's just
not
like
still
a
in
sparkly.
Chicago?
It's
No,
sparkly.
we live up here now.
Okay.
But I was like, I don't
We're
really
in,
usually wear this because I'm going to be sitting on stage.
Illinois.
So I'm like, I wear protection.
This is my
Yeah,
wife.
Used to wear black clothes.
Was still working in Chicago. And so for the last like 4 or 5 years, I've been commuting up here, and she's been commuting down there. And
Yeah.
No idea.
Finally now that she's here with us,
You might need to go
costume shop.
hunt. I feel like outside.
First time in Orange.
I could find
You're
it.
actually
Yeah.
working the same.
You can also check the studio, and they're in there, but you cannot do outside.
You know, it's in Chicago. I mean, you live 10 miles away from where it's still going to be half an hour.
They're working on a number.
Exactly.
Oh.
Well, and my
Just
wife
off.
was working in the South for most of the year before we had our son. So, and we were, at that point, we were still in Edgewater.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, 40 minutes to an hour drive down there.
Right, yeah, that's a little bit of a separate.
I would honestly just like,
Yeah, we
like ski right there, like out of
we were lucky enough to work on one show together. And that was it, otherwise we've
because my
been going
strawberry is huge and she wants
constantly
to
different
handle it.
directions.
Yeah.
And I need a small strawberry for what I want.
That's just how it goes. But now, I mean,
Do you know what you're gonna do?
we're just in this weird spot.
No.
I mean, we
I might
lucked
just
out
make it
because we
different.
had our son right after
Oh,
quarantine
okay.
started. So like we were already
Bring something in like
we were
that.
able to step back from theater and then, within a
The
month.
whole thing dissolved.
Exactly. So,
That's great.
yeah. So it's just this weird time.
It is.
So we're still, but like I said,
Like, should I tell her when you're talking about it? She was like, what are you gonna do?
It's just like,
And I was like, well, I was gonna do soap, but then that's the thing he brought up. Or not soap. Yeah, soap. And then he brought that up. And I was like, crap, I'm like, I can't do soap. So I was like, I'm gonna do resin, and the way it's facing, I'm gonna stick like a steering piece right here.
What shall we do?
Let me touch it.
What do you need help? What are you working on? Like, you don't understand.
Welcome to our UW Theatre Arts production of the complete works of William Shakespeare, Madrid. My name is Dylan S. Roberts, and I'm the director of this show, along with being
I
the
don't put
2010
too far of it through one
winner
now.
of the UW
what's going on? Tell me
I
everything.
want to take a minute to thank you for joining us for this exciting live streaming event. With With the support of our university,
Taylor!
we are able to
Did
perform
you get
this
your phone ring?
production to
Oh, yeah,
a
exactly.
virtual audience. With the help of several student interns who have learned the process
So
of a
I
live
worked also
stream.
as a development plan.
We have also been fortunate enough to rehearse and perform this show
With health
under the
professionals
umbrella
in the
of
county and the
COVID-19.
state, like, I've read every single bloody industry, piece of advice on this and coalesced it down into a plan. So far, knock on wood, nobody's sick, right? I mean, in our little bubble here, but we're not, we're keeping it very tight. So,
That's what you have to do, is like, you have to keep that bubble
Truth
going.
may seem but
And
cannot
it's, I don't know if you, I don't know if
Truth and beauty
but do you know the band The Flaming
to
Lips
this
at all?
urn
Yeah.
let
So
those
they
prepare
put on the
either
first live concert with a live audience,
for these
but
dead
they gave
birds.
everybody their own individual bubble.
So I'm not surprised.
Like literal bubbles to stand in the audience.
It's like Flaming Lips.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello. It was so successful. Like, they
Welcome
sold
to
out.
our UW Theater Arts production of the complete works of William Shakespeare, Abridged. My name is Dylan S. Roberts, and I am the director of this show, along with being a 2010.
You can't just jump into it.
Yeah, the attention to detail and the creativity to go,
Thank
okay,
you
well,
for joining us for this exciting live streaming event. With the support of our university, we are able to perform this production to a virtual audience, with the help of several student interns who have learned the process of a live stream. We have also been fortunate enough to rehearse and perform this show under the umbrella of COVID-19, with strict safety guidelines, health monitoring for our students, faculty, guest artists, and staff.
it's been kept from
Now, some of you might be asking, are we really going to attempt to perform the complete works of the Bard in just a...
Ken Billington was signed up to do 7 shows.
Yeah.
He can't do 7 shows at the
At
same
the same time,
right?
exactly.
So,
It's going to be all of a sudden, it's going to be that huge influx.
yeah,
Truth may seem but cannot be.
yeah.
Beauty brag,
So I
but
think
'tis not
in a lot of
she.
ways,
Truth and beauty buried be.
it'll be great.
To this urn let those repair that are either true or fair. For these dead birds sigh.
You know, and on top of it, something that I keep telling some of my friends.
Just says,
you know,
oh,
you just have to
excuse
find a way
me.
to keep working
Hello.
during this.
I didn't see you there.
Keep creating.
Welcome to our UW Theater Arts production of the complete works of William Shakespeare, Abridged. My name is Dylan S. Roberts, and I am the director of this show, along with being a 2010 alumni of the UW Theater Arts program.
It's great advice.
We want to take a minute to thank you for joining us for this exciting live streaming event. With the support of our university, we are able to perform this production to a virtual audience, with the help of several student interns who have learned the process of a live stream. We have also been fortunate enough to rehearse and perform this show under the umbrella of COVID-19, with strict safety guidelines, health monitoring for our students, faculty, guest artists, and
Sitting around board, listen, sharpen your skills, because it's going to come back and you're going to regret it. It's process, if you have the time to do it.
Because, you know, I did notice a trend where, like, all of a sudden, like, Steppenwolf and Vancouver and Chicago Shakes were doing all their classes. They would just keep the class complete because they had to switch to Zoom.
Right.
And they would just look to fill the classroom.
Right,
So, you know, I had a bunch of friends who just got calls saying, like, hey, we did class. You know, rather than them having to seek it out, they were like,
That's great.
I heard you signed up for this a few years ago but didn't do it. Do you want to do it now for free instead?
Yeah.
You know, so.
I was really proud of our industry for, like, stepping up in that way.
Yeah.
Like, listen, we realize none of you are working.
Yeah.
This is what we can do for you.
Exactly.
Like, here's something.
Yeah,
You know?
it's not much, but it's
Yeah.
the least we can do.
And it,
Yeah.
it is, you know, at least in the tech side, every other company, like, you know, Vectorworks tried to hold back their training stuff for a while. They got, like, shamed.
Yeah.
You know, like, why are you special? Why do you
Exactly.
pay you $1,500? Well, everyone of them, they went, you're right. You know, like, here you go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Our bad, yeah.
But yeah, but I was proud of our industry for stepping up that way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. And but it's like we said, it's that evolving nature of what this world's going to look like.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
how do we make that change?
Like, lately, having the cameras, like, I think this is how we do this.
Oh, yeah.
Not exclusively,
But-
but all these companies that have invested in this equipment and realize there's another, I mean, all the rights now have digital rights that you can
Yeah.
have a la carte to it. It's a whole other revenue stream.
Exactly.
So you can have the, the $50 ticket and see it live, or the $5 ticket to see it on your computer.
Exactly.
And I really do. I think that is just going to be part of how we make theater now. I mean,
Yeah, I think it's going to have to be.
yeah.
You know, because I was just talking with my office today, because they were tentatively talking about having us come back before the end of the year. I was like, look, we're working fine
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah.
So let's not rock the boat here. Let's actually, keep going with what we're doing and focus on making that part stronger,
Right.
rather than trying to go back to the way it was before.
Right.
And I think that's really what we have to do in the industry too. Is just, the world has changed.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
rather than like hemming and hawing and being like, oh, it has to go back to what it was before. It's like, no, let's find a new ways to evolve and then welcome the old way back in
Right.
with the new way.
Right,
They can live simultaneously and,
Yeah.
be more productive for us in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's, what theater doesn't need additional revenue stream?
Exactly. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
Find you one.
hey, small theater, $5 is $5.
Yeah.
They'll take it. So.
And especially, if you bought all the equipment, you bought the infrastructure once, like, even this stuff, once we're gonna start
Truth may seem but cannot be. Beauty brag, but 'tis not she. Truth and beauty bear it be. To this urn let those repair that are either true
You know what I mean?
or fair. For these dead birds sigh a prayer.
$5 grand of space. Just
Yeah.
on a $5 ticket.
Just says, oh, excuse me. Hello. I didn't see you there.
It's funny. I
Welcome
think
to our
because of
UW
your
Theater Arts
idea,
production of the complete works of William
because that's one of the
Shakespeare,
photos I took.
abridged.
Oh, cool.
My name is Dylan S. Roberts, and I am the director of this show, along with being a 2010 alumni of the UW Theater Arts program. We want to take a minute to thank you for joining us for this exciting live streaming event. With the support of our university, we are able to perform this production to a virtual audience, with the help of several student interns who have learned the process of a live stream. We have also been fortunate enough to rehearse and perform this show under the umbrella of COVID-19, with strict safety guidelines, health monitoring for our students, faculty, and guest artists, and staff. Now, some of you might be asking, are we really going to attempt to perform the complete works of the Bard in just under 2 hours?
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at the list of shows that we are attempting to perform tonight.
What's that old?
Invest in that little bit higher quality. And then it'll pay off.
Yeah, and
That is
they've been a
the
really
question.
great company to work with. Like,
Oh no, here comes the eagle! Whoa! Caw, caw, caw. I am going to throw the complete works straight at. Oh!
software is meant for
Well,
people who like to Twitch
there's the
live
list
stream,
of plays that we'll be attempting to perform
play a
tonight.
video game.
Oh,
all
In
day.
addition, there will be one 15-minute intermission during the performance. If you feel so inclined, there is a way to donate to the UW Theater Arts Department by clicking on the donate link located at the bottom of this web page. Thank you again for spending your time with us. We hope you enjoy the show.
Joining Twitch on like a Patreon or something. It was like, I don't know what any of those words mean. Tell me how you're making money, right?
What is this voodoo?
Yeah, exactly. All this electronic stuff. I'm like, yeah.
The sound's going.
Oh, cool. Well,
It's about 6:30. Maybe we can do this tiniest bit.
yeah, that'd be great.
Hey, Jack, you're good on the sound, right?
I'm all set, yes.
I heard you getting sound in the house, so I'm assuming that's working now.
Almost. Right now we can hear everything except the actual...
I can't hear you over your own sound cues.
Truth may seem but
Well,
cannot
that's
be.
the
Beauty
intro
brag,
video
but
before the
'tis
director's
not she.
intro sound.
truth and beauty bear it be. To this urn let those repair that are either true.
Okay. So we're not quite ready to bring out actors for to run Titus yet?
I'm ready. I think it's just stream team right
Okay.
now.
Okay. Okay, let's talk to Brandon.
Got it.
I think,
Kevin!
Kevin! Is he up there? Is Kevin up there? Okay. Taylor, can you play the line check real quick? Hey Kevin, do we have 2 other working UB12 SIs? Because I would really like to have a monitor chat. Taylor, can you play light music? Alright, we're good, thank you.
No, I don't think the other ones work because same issue.
Shiggity, shiggity, shoot. Kevin, should we turn off the amps first?
We'll get away with it.
Yeah, we're gonna be running Titus, so as soon as they're in browsing and everything, we're gonna be
If we were actually running like real hot power cities, yes. It was good practice too.
And there's also just...
Yeah.
Is it in front of that light?
What, Mike? I got priorities, man.
My priorities are the sound and nothing else.
Well, rest in peace, Ada.
Kevin,
Yeah, Lindsay.
you're not planning, are you like here at any point during like the shows or anything? Do you still need
Oh,
any
Lindsay.
of the dailies?
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm like taking off like designers and everything from the email.
Gotcha. No, I still like to know like what's going on just in case
Okay.
I pop in or whatever. I believe in you.
I don't. Can you give me a light? Like an actual light?
Silver.
I know I am. Thank you. There we go. Yep, all good.
Do it in the dark. Oh, you're over here now.
Sorry, I just went to go get my water bottle.
You good? Okay, we're good. I was about to turn you. Oh.
Oh my god, I just thought of something. I'm gonna add a little toasty to the fight side. All right, give me a fight. What? I said cut it. All right. Hit me, baby, one more time.
But you're like jam out session from.
I like when I take off my vest.
You do?
I swung around the chancellor yesterday. You see that? I was like,
I didn't see it because I was too busy doing this to the pole that Misty was on.
oh no, don't do that.
Thanks.
Well, I didn't do it to Misty. I did it to a pole, and she happened to be there.
No, it's like,
That's too far.
right.
Sorry.
Our cardboard cutouts.
I did. Oh my gosh. You're cheating on me with the chancellor.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Catch it.
The sugar coated one.
Just use my saliva to lubricate the throat.
If we put our phone on airplane mode, is that gonna
Ask me.
think so?
Does that take off the Wi-Fi though?
I thought it does. So it might.
It does.
It does?
It might flim flam, fluck it up.
Then do not disturb.
Ah,
Your best bet.
thank you.
Yeah. If you're gonna spin anybody romantic in a circle, it should be me.
I'm
kidding. I don't like spinning.
the momentum.
I'm kidding.
You don't like spinning?
I don't like being dizzy.
Oh, I don't like being busy either.
So, and I get dizzy very easily, so because I don't know how to spot, it just doesn't work. So I avoid spinning at all costs.
He doesn't like the teacups.
Oh,
I like the teacups if you don't spin.
I don't like the teacups either.
Well then,
Like that.
it's just a cup then. You're just sitting in a cup. You're in a.
But the whole thing still spins either way. My sister, she does this.
I'll go with that.
See, no.
Yeah.
Teacups are terrible.
My sister has a death wish.
That's what I do. I love it. You have to.
I'll hold your stuff.
Okay.
You can go on with somebody else. By yourself, I'll hold your stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I go on, at Six Flags, I go on like 4 things. I go on the merry-go-round.
That spins.
Okay.
Doesn't go fast. I go on the bumper cars.
Okay.
I go on the pirate ride that you have to do this and shoot the water.
I've never done that.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Your arm gets tired real quick, but
Oh,
it's
I'm
fun.
sure it does, yeah.
You also get soaked. I do the whitewater rafting, water ride. Not the log one, but the one that just
Yeah,
is
fuck
the
the
big
log.
raft.
That one's too intense.
And I do a little observation. Thing that goes on.
Okay, after, we're gonna start from the beginning of Titus, and we're gonna run through the Titus. Oh,
She kicked me. She kicked me in the butt. Wait. I was just about to get off stage, but I think that won't be run this time.
Run into me. You guys need to okay, you're going.
You want me to go from like the intro into Titus?
Yeah, you have to make calls for the switch, so you guys can start at
Contrast with the complete otherness of metaphysical cosmologies. How about Jeju and circular relationship of form?
I'm just trying to find where that is, so I know how far that is. And that sounds so like, I can't explain music words.
I can start from the middle of the thing where I say, in this vein, Aaron has traced the roots of Shakespeare's symbolism.
Yes. Okay, I found that. Thank you.
Alright, yep. I'll go from there.
You're like hugging and kissing Hollywood people.
Go ahead. In this vein, we have traced the roots of Shakespeare's symbolism in the context of a pre-Nietzschean society, through the totality of a Jeju circular relationship of form, contrasted with the complete otherness of metaphysical cosmologies, and the ethical mores entrenched in the collective subconscious of an agrarian race. I don't know what any of that means. So, we now present Shakespeare's first tragedy, Titus Andronicus, as a cooking show.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, gourmets. And welcome to the Great Roman Baking Show. I'm your host, Titus Paul Hollywood Andronicus. Now, when you've had a long day, your right hand chopped off, your son's murdered, your daughter raped, her tongue cut out, and both her hands chopped off. Well, the last thing you want to do is cook. Unless, of course, you cook the rapist and serve him to his mother at a dinner party. My daughter Lavinia and I will show you how. Good evening, Lavinia.
Hey, Mama.
And how are we feeling today?
Not really. I
I know it's a pisser, but we'll get our revenge, won't we? Now, hark, villain, I will grind your bones to dust, and of your blood and it I'll make a paste, and of the paste a coffin I will rear, and make a pasty of your shameful head. Come, Lavinia, receive the blood. First of all, we want to make a nice, clean incision from carotid artery to jugular vein, like so. All right. Ew. It's a good moisturizer. I really human blood. It's a good bowl. It's a good solid bowl.
Restaurant work.
Yes. But I also want to make the big salad.
That's another good episode of Seinfeld. Another good moment of Seinfeld is the big salad. We got to have the big salad. Oh, it's fine. It's a good. It's
Okay.
A,
I'll take your order.
George is my favorite.
Oh, yeah. I like cranberry.
Cranberry's great.
Yeah, he's just a pig.
What?
Go back to, now hark, villain.
I'm just gonna stay on the ground.
No, then let him go on and on. Okay.
Now, hark, villain! I will grind your bones to dust, and of your blood in it I'll make a paste, and of the paste a coffin I will rear, and make a pasty of your shameful head. Come, Lavinia, receive the blood. Now, first of all, we want to make a nice, clean incision from carotid artery to jugular vein, like so. big bowl for this because the human body has about 4 quarts of blood in it. And when that knee is dead, which should be, right about now, let me go grind his bones to powder small, and with this hateful liquor temper it, and in that paste let his vile head be baked! Should I wait for the lights? At about 350 degrees, and 40 minutes later you have this lovely human head pie, which I prepared earlier with serving suggestion, lady fingers for dessert. Now, who will be the first to try this delicious taste treat? Oh, welcome, gracious lord. Welcome, dread queen. Will it please you eat? Will it please you feed? It's finger licking good! Well, we're just about out of time for today. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to watch next week when our guest chef, Timon of Athens, will teach us how to make ratatouille out of the merry wives of Windsor. Until then, bon
Too offended by Titus Andronicus, Shakespeare's young writer seems to have undergone a brief blood and guts period. No doubt if he were alive today, he'd be in Hollywood working on Titus Andronicus 9, Just Desserts. But we now move on to explore the genius evident in Shakespeare's more mature plays as we explore his dark and brooding tragedy.
I love their programs.
Othello, the Mole of Venice.
Dylan, how's that?
In it.
They look good.
Yay.
In it.
I think that'll work just fine.
What do you think?
We have about 10 minutes. Is there something you really want to go over really fast?
It's like a push-up.
Yeah.
I don't need a mistake. Any.
You good?
Sitting over there, I heard your voice. That doesn't sound like it's coming from the
No,
TV.
it's
In the flesh.
I was like, what are you talking about?
It's 2020.
The other day I was scratching his back and I was like, oh, you don't work on home time, so you don't wait. Envious. I actually don't wear a bra though.
Oh, he's so jealous.
Alyssa.
He is on board.
So, you're crazy.
You're dork. So we're gonna do your entrance.
Yes! It's my favorite part!
Gets me going, you know?
Aaron, keep it in your pants.
But Dylan.
Listen, I'm here for one night.
Hi. How's it going? Relay subjects, enemies to the peace.
Oh no, it's the prince. Sorry, character formerly known as.
The famous of his neighbor stained steel.
I feel like that's a dated reference at this point, right?
Very much so.
I love it.
I get it.
I love
Yeah, well,
it.
I mean, people get it, but like.
I don't get anything and I get that.
Yeah.
So,
Hey there, Jessica.
And this is my favorite. It was one of my favorite bits for the whole is just this Prince bit right here.
yes.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be holding for photos at all?
No.
Okay.
I think we'll probably go back and
Actually,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
That's my
You
guess.
just give me a go when you want me to go.
So I haven't even really come up with a list of stuff, so.
Okay.
Do you want me to turn off work so then that way cameras can tune it? Yeah, that'd be fine. Okay.
Just go
Can't
off
turn
the
off the
sound
house,
cue
so
so you're
You know
the
what?
PA.
Yeah.
It's in the game. Rebellious subjects, enemies to the peace.
Oh no,
no, it's the prince.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a few moments.
Oh, sorry, the character formerly known as Prince.
Profaners of this neighbor-stained steel. You, Capulet. Yes, you dummy shall go along with me. Benvolio, come you this afternoon to know our further pleasure in this case.
Bye. Romeo, saw you again today.
Dylan, can you watch
Yes.
the screen?
Can you do that again? Sorry.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Yes, please do it again.
Oh, you did?
Aaron!
We got time. Yeah.
Let's go, go.
Thank you.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to the peace.
Oh no, it's the prince. Sorry, the character formerly known as Prince.
Profaners of this neighbor-stained steel. You, Capulet.
Yeah, so I think Brittany just waits a beat longer until after he turns.
Oh, okay.
Give him the full range of
So,
full
motion.
turn. Okay.
we've got from here to here in this whole sort of zone.
Perfect. Okay.
We may have to be mindful of the cameras behind. I mean, it's not going to be a big deal if the stream isn't perfect tonight because nobody's watching.
Yeah, but otherwise, Miranda, that looks good.
Okay.
I kind of like that, Judy.
It's
Ben Affleck has a section reserved for himself now. And this power probe.
Well, this power probe needs the whole section.
It needs its own chair.
Yeah.
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 Like it's a wheelbarrow to move around.
Exactly. Right. Needs some wheels. Like a dog when they
I mean,
have
have you
like,
seen
no back
Gone Girl?
legs.
Yeah.
It's
I have seen
it's significant.
it.
I have not.
Yeah.
We'll watch
Who was he
it.
married to?
Yeah, we will.
We'll watch it.
Who he used to be married to?
He was married to Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer
Yeah.
Oh,
Garner,
God.
yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
remember after Gone Girl came out, they were doing, she was doing an interview on a talk show and stuff, and whoever host would ask her about
Oh.
that. And she was like, she just like raised her eyebrows and was like, yeah.
What else can you say?
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
can see you being
Oh,
that one. I can see you just like being at one.
Probably.
Like, yep.
Probably.
Love those ones.
But yes, it
I
is.
still love it.
So very cheery.
I think we should just be chairs the whole time though.
Yeah, I like this step. I like that.
Y'all glued to
Except
me.
that would be, that would be weird.
Oh, that would be kind of
Oh,
weird.
never mind.
I'll be that chair then. I'll be that chair. I'll be your chair.
Yeah, you could be.
You guys can switch out after I'm done because the last time I sit in the chair, the only time I sit in the chair is for the intro. After that, I don't sit in it.
These pictures, I'm gonna look like I sweat way more than I actually do because all the water
Oh yeah.
gets put on me.
There's some water flying around, that's true.
That better not go up on the wall.
It'll be the one that's going up on the wall, you'll be drenched.
They updated the wall.
Like she has a.
Since I've gotten to Parsons, they have not updated the
I was
wall.
going to say, there's still photos of Amy of my wife up in the wall.
I want to see.
So,
Are you on the wall? I'm sure you
no,
are.
my photos all went down, so.
Oh no.
My photos
Really
went
quick,
down while I
we're
was
gonna
here.
run stuff really quick while we have this like last like 10 minutes.
Cool.
So we're just gonna start at the top where Aaron says, "Oh, what dead great." Well then, Mac what, Mac need, Mac I.
Oh
Mac
my
here,
God.
Stuff, Mac stuff.
I'm off the stage at that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
Oh, that's dead great.
Right now?
Yeah.
No, I gotta put my camera bag right here. Is that okay? Over these cords?
Give me the thumbs
Yeah,
up when I can show.
Okay.
Because I just.
It's so weird when you talk to people.
I know, because I'm like, oh, she's not talking to me.
Oh, that's dead great. Then what must need my God make better victim? Say you, Jelly, I know that I was from me mother's womb untimely ripped. What do you think about that?
Oh, I didn't like it. But I support women's right to choose.
Right. Oh, Macbeth, you murdered me wife. You killed 3 babies and you shot in me stew.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did. I had to throw half of it away. And you great Agaspace. Oh, fuck you!
You're listening like that throughout the rest of the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Your arse is out the window.
It's the good warm up, right?
I was like, I'm gonna do the Scottish to try and warm up a little bit because my lips don't feel warmed up.
His lips don't feel warmed up, Aaron.
Oh,
What?
I'm coming.
Oh boy. Aaron, come on.
I'm enabling.
Yes, you are.
Well, do you want this one?
Is it? No.
Alright, we're gonna run it one more time, but from Sawyer going double, toil and trouble.
Give me a go.
Double toil and trouble.
Oh, stay ye in perfect, Mac Speaker. Mick tell me, Mick more.
Macbeth, beware, Macduff. None of woman born shall harm Macbeth till Barnum would come to Dunsany, don't you know?
Say it. Stop, Max Spray it.
Sorry.
That's dead great. Then Mick what Mick need, Mick I, Mick better, Mick Duff.
Sure you don't, Jimmy, you know. That I was from me mother's womb untimely ripped. What do you think about that?
Oh, I didn't like it. But I support the women's right to choose.
Yep. Oh, Macbeth, you killed me wife. You murdered me babies, and you shat in me stew.
I didn't.
Oh, you did. I had to throw half of it away.
Hey, on ye great Haggis fist. Oh, God, no.
Get out of me, swamp! Behold, where lies the usurper's cursed head, Macbeth. Your ass is out the windy. For never was there a tale of more blood and death than this of Mr.
You guys can get into places or take, yeah.
Costumes. I'm not in my full costume yet.
Really hit that rhyme. Definitely better.
Okay.
Yeah. It's another one of those Shakespeare jokes that probably only Ryan will get.
But we'll do it for him.
But we'll do it for him.
Yep.
Thank you, A.
not be. Beauty brag, but 'tis not she. Truth and beauty buried be. To this urn let those repair that are either true or fair. For these dead birds sigh a prayer. It's just so... Oh, excuse me. Hello. I didn't see you there. Welcome to our UW Theater Arts production of the complete works of William Shakespeare, abridged. My name is Dylan S. Roberts, and I am the director of this show, along with being a 2010 alumni of the UW Theater Arts program. We want to take a minute to thank you for joining us for this exciting live streaming event. With the support of our university, we are able to perform this production to a virtual audience, with the help of several student interns who have learned the process of a live stream. We have also been fortunate enough to rehearse and perform this show under the umbrella of COVID-19, with strict safety guidelines, health monitoring for our students, faculty, and guest artists, and staff. Now, some of you might be asking, are we really going to attempt to perform the complete works of the Bard in just under 2 hours? Well, let's take a look at the list of shows that we are attempting to perform tonight. To be or not to be, that is the question. Oh no, here comes the eagle! Whoa! Caw, caw, caw! I am going to throw the complete works straight at... Oh! Well, there's the list of plays that we'll be attempting to perform tonight. In addition, there will be one 15-minute intermission during the performance. If you feel so inclined, there is a way to donate to the UWP Theater Arts Department by clicking on the donate link located at the bottom of this webpage. Thank you again for spending your time with us. We hope you enjoy the show.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome virtually to the University of Wisconsin Parkside's Main Stage Theater and today's performance of the complete works of William Shakespeare abridged. I have a few brief announcements before we get underway. The use of photography and the recording of this show by any means other than what we're using is strictly prohibited. Also, please take a moment now to like that last picture of your wife's nephew's, uncle's, father's baby and put your phone away. We'd really appreciate it. Also, please take a moment now to locate the bathroom nearest your seat. We don't want any accidents. Also, please locate the exit nearest your seat. You know best where that is. I haven't been in most of your homes. Should your home experience a sudden loss in internet connectivity, oxygen masks may drop automatically. Simply place the mask over your nose and mouth and continue to breathe normally. If you're watching this production with a small child, please place your own mask on first, then let the little bugger fend for himself. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sawyer Edwards, and tonight my two partners and I are going to attempt a feat which we believe to be unprecedented in the history of theater. That is to capture in a single theatrical experience the magic, the genius, the towering grandeur that is the complete works of William Shakespeare. Now, we have a lot to get through tonight. So at this time, I'd like to introduce an individual who is one of America's preeminent Shakespearean scholars. She almost has a bachelor's degree from UW Parkside, where I believe she has read 2 books about William Shakespeare. She's here tonight to provide a brief preface to the complete works of William Shakespeare abridged. Please welcome me in joining, no, please join me in welcoming Miss Erin Dillon.
Thank you, Sawyer, and good morning, everyone. William Shakespeare, a playwright, poet, actor, philosopher, a man whose creative and literary genius have had an immeasurably profound influence upon the consciousness and culture of the entire English-speaking world. And yet, how much do we inhabitants of the 21st century actually know and appreciate the tremendous body of work contained in this single volume? Too little, I would argue. I believe I could best illustrate this point by conducting a brief poll here among our audience. If I may have the house lights for just a moment, please. Now, you are a theater-going crowd, no doubt of above-average cultural and literary awareness, and yet, if I may just have a brief show of hands, how many of you have ever read or seen any play or even heard of William Shakespeare? Any contact at all with the bar? Just raise your hands. Oh, okay. I think they might know more than we do. Maybe we better get out of here.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
No, I really think we should start running now.
They don't know Shakespeare from Shatner. Just get out there.
Oh, what do you want me to do?
Narrow it down.
What?
Narrow it down.
Okay, let's see if we can just narrow it down a bit, shall we? Yeah, okay, how many of you have ever read or seen All's Well That Ends Well? Oh yes, this seems to be separating the wheat from the chaff rather nicely. Let's see if we can find out who the real Shakespeare trivia champs are tonight. Okay, how many of you have ever read or seen King John? Huh? King John's? Anyone? You have? Yeah. Really? Would you mind telling us what it's about?
Well, it's about a hunchback.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. All right, you laugh, you scoff, but let she among you who is free from sin live in a glass house. For that face, y'all, that face represents all your faces. This empty brain represents your empty brains. These glazed eyes represent your glazed eyes. These teeth represent your teeth, and they cry out, "Floss me!" Oh, ladies, gentlemen, non-binary individuals, I submit to you that our society's collective capacity to comprehend, much less attain, the genius of a William Shakespeare has been neutered by Netflix, trampled by TikTok, and demolished by Disney. But have no fear. Your intellectual salvation is here.
Sing it, sister.
We descend among you on the mission from God in the literary muse to spread the holy word of the bard to the masses.
Testify.
To help you take those first halted steps out of the 21st century quagmire of Jerry Springer, Alan Seacrest, and Dr. Oprah Eisen into the future.
Amen.
A glorious future. A future where a manly man can wear ties with pride. A future where this book will be in every hotel room in the world. This is my dream, people, and it begins here tonight. Join us in taking those first steps down the brave new path towards intellectual redemption by opening your hearts. Yes, please open your hearts and your pocketbooks. Simply Venmo or PayPal your donations to us at brokecollegestudent_CW. Give us your cash and we be friends. And deduct it when the taxi rents. On with the show, and may the bard be with you. Thank you and hallelujah!
Those of you that own a copy of this book know that no collection is complete without a brief biography of the life of William Shakespeare. Providing this portion of the show will be the third member of our troupe. Please welcome to the stage, Miss Brittany Boucher.
Hi! Wow! No,
What?
we can't shake hands right now, germs! No! Hold it, gosh. Things going in order. Thanks a lot, Sawyer. Okay. Hi. As you can see, I'm not a pizza delivery guy. I completely fooled you. I've just been taking some notes on Shakespeare's life so we could get the show off to a good start and you could, know all the stuff that he did and everything.
Just get on with it.
Okay. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 in the town of Stratford-upon-Avon, Warwickshire. The third of 8 children, he was the eldest son of John Shakespeare, a locally prominent merchant, and Mary Arden, daughter of a Roman Catholic member of the landed gentry. In 1582, he married Anne Hathaway of Farmerston. Anne Hathaway, I loved her in Devil Wears Prada. I'm not so much a Catwoman, but that's okay. He is supposed to have left Stratford after he was caught poaching in the deer park of a local justice of the peace. Shakespeare arrived in London in 1588. By 1592, he had achieved success as an actor and a playwright. After 1608, his dramatic production lessened, and it seems that he spent more time in Stratford. There, he dictated to his secretary, Rudolf Hess, the work Mein Kampf, in which he set forth the program for its restoration of Germany to a dominant power in Europe. After reoccupying the Rhineland zone between France and Germany and annexing Austria, the Sudetenland, and the remainder of Czechoslovakia, Shakespeare invaded Poland on September 1st, 1939, thus precipitating World War II, which I didn't know that. You didn't either. Shakespeare remained in Berlin when the Russians entered the city and committed suicide with his mistress, Eva Braun. He lies buried in the church at Stratford. Thank you. Did you like it?
Leave the stage.
Okay.
And now, without further ado, we are proud to present the complete works of William Shakespeare abridged.
Oh, hello. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. One man in his time plays many parts. How true. Distinguished guests, colleagues, where better to begin our exploration of the greatest of all English playwrights than in Verona, Italy, with one of his most beloved plays, Romeo and Juliet. Of course, it would be impossible to portray all of the major characters in Romeo and Juliet with just 3 actors. That's why we're using 2. That's right. Sawyer and Brittany will be attempting to portray all of the major character roles in Romeo and Juliet, while I'll fill in with bits of narration. After extensive textual research and analysis, we have decided to begin our abbreviated version of Romeo and Juliet with the prologue.
Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge, break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these 2 foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventure, piteous o'erthrows, do with their death bury their parents' strife.
Act 1, Scene 1. In the street meet 2 men, tall and handsome. One, Benvolio. The other named Samson. Their hatred fueled by an ancient feud. For one serves Capulet, the other Montague.
Delicious delicious, make the voice go low. They want my treasure, so they get their pleasures from the photo. You can't see me, you can't see me. It's him. I hate him, his family, his dog, his cat, his goldfish. His whole life, it sucks.
Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
No, sir, I do but bite my thumb.
Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. I do but bite my thumb. How do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
But if you do, sir, then I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
Yes, better.
You lie.
All right, fine.
it's the prince. Sorry, the character formerly known as Prince.
Profaners of this never-stained steel. You, Capulet, yes, you dummy, shall go along with me. Benvolio, come you this afternoon to know our further pleasure in this case.
Where is Romeo? Saw you him here today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray. You over there. See you later. Ah, but see, he comes. Romeo, he cried. I'll know his grievance or be bunched tonight. Tomorrow, cause
Is the day so young?
'tis new struck 9.
I said hours seem long.
What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love.
Out.
Out of love.
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, that love, so gentle in his view, should be so rough and tyrannous in proof.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still should without eye see pathways to his will.
Go thee to the feast of Capulet. There sups the fair Rosalind, whom thou so lovest, with all the fairest beauties of Verona. Go thither, and compare her face with some that I shall show, and I shall make thee think thy swan's a crow.
I'll go along, no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in the splendor of mine own.
So much for Act 1. Now, to the Feast of Capulets, where Romeo is doomed to meet his Juliet. And where, in a scene of timeless romance, he'll try to get into Juliet's pants.
Hey, what up, Rummy
Can I
hoes,
use
Rummy bros?
Red
It's your boy
Gun
back
Gas
with
to
another video.
It's
Today's
Juliet.
crashing the
This is
Capulet
my
Masquerade. It's
13th
great.
birthday party. It's gonna be super fun. Like for part 2, I'm gonna do an outfit haul.
Oh, she doth
It'll be
teach
really
the
fun.
torches to
My
burn
parents
bright.
went, so it might be kind
Did
of
my
stupid,
heart love till
but,
now?
like kind of cool.
For swear
I don't
it's
know,
like
we're
for I
gonna
ne'er
just-
saw true
So
beauty
on part
till
2,
this
I'll show you. I
night.
got this crown. It's from, I really stole it. So
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle fine is this. My lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which manly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saints' lips and holy palmers too?
I pilgrim lips that they must use in prayer.
Then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do.
Well, saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take.
Then from my lips the sin they trust.
Sin from thy lips, oh, trespass, sweetly urge, give me my sin again.
No, I don't want to kiss you.
It's in the
We're
street.
in a pandemic.
Brittany, just come here. No.
Oh, you kissed by the book. Juliet! Coming, mother!
Is she a Capulet? Aye, so I fear. The more is my unrest.
What are you doing? The balcony scene. Are you...
But soft with light through yonder window breaks.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name, or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet. Oh, what's in a name, anyway? That which we call a nose by any other name would still smell. Oh, Romeo. Oh, Romeo. Oh. Well, who needs Romeo? Hello. Oh, Brittany. Okay. Doff thy name, which is no part of thee. Take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I shall be new baptized. Henceforth I never shall be
What'd you say?
Call me but love, and I shall be new baptized.
but love?
Henceforth I never shall be Romeo.
Yeah, but you're all love now.
Never shall I be Romeo. But Brittany! Never shall Brittany!
Oh! What man art thou? Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither fair maid if either thee dislike.
Oh, dost thou love me then? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. But if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. Oh, Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce
blessed moon, I
No.
swear.
Don't swear by the moon.
What shall I swear by?
Her?
Okay. Lady by yonder blessed virgin, I swear.
Yeah, right. No, do not swear at all. Although I joy in me, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too sudden, too unadvised, too like the lightning, which doth cease to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet good night. Sweet good night. Hey, butt love over here.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vows for mine.
I did give thee mine before thou didst request it. Delete. 3 words, gentle Romeo, and then good night indeed. If that thy love then be honorable, and thy purpose marriage, send word tomorrow. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Really it is. Bye, butt love.
Sleep, dwell upon thine eyes and peace in thy breast. Oh, that I were sleep and peace, so sweet to rest.
Lo, Romeo did swoon with love. By Cupid he'd been crippled. But Juliet had a loathsome cuz whose loathsome name was Tybalt.
Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain, therefore turn and draw.
Tybalt, I do protest. I never injured thee, but loved thee more than thou canst devise.
Thou wretched but love, I am for thee.
But
Thank you.
now what do we do?
No, she skipped all this stuff. Oh, go to here.
Okay.
Moving right along. From Tybalt's death onwards, the lovers are cursed. Despite the best efforts of the friar and nurse, their fate pursues them. They can't seem to duck it. And at the end of Act 5, they both kick the bucket.
Gallop apace, ye fiery-footed steeds, and bring in cloudy night immediately. Come, civil night, come Romeo, thou day and night. Oh, come, gentle night, come, loving black-browed night. Oh, come, night. It's a lot of that, I didn't write it. And bring me my Romeo. Oh, it is my nurse. Now, nurse, what news?
Alack the day, he's gone, he's killed, he's dead!
Can heaven be so envious?
Oh, Romeo, whoever would have thought it, Romeo!
What devil art thou to torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself? Oh, he's dead, he's gone. Nice blazer. You ever do like Italian miners?
I saw the wound! I saw it with my own eyes! God save the mark here in his manly breast!
Oh. Is it true? Is Romeo dead and Tybalt slain? My dearest cousin and my dearer lord?
No, Juliet! No, okay, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was going to talk about trumpets sounding the general doom.
No, Juliet, no! Tybalt is gone and Romeo banished! Romeo that killed Tybalt, he is banished!
Oh, God! Hath Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did, alack the day, it did!
Thank you.
Thanks.
Now, Romeo lives whom Tybalt would have slain. Well, that's good, isn't it? I said that's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you. And Tybalt is dead, who would have killed my husband. Well, that's good, isn't it? Please?
Yes.
Thank you. Then why do I feel like shit? It's not a good day for Juliet. It's a no good cock up, pee-pee, weebles, wobbles, but they don't fall down day. Oh,
Ciao.
Fred.
this vial, and of this distilled liquor drinketh thou of, and presently through all of thy veins shall run a cold and a drowsy humor.
I feel a cold and a drowsy humor running through my veins.
Told you so.
Bye.
Ciao.
Oh, this feels kind of nice. You ever seen The Exorcist?
Oh, it's a lovely day to be a newly wedded. Oh no, Juliet, my love, my wife. Death that has sucked the honey of thy breath hath no power yet upon thy beauty. Oh, Juliet, why art thou yet so fair?
I don't know, just lucky, I guess.
Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous to keep thee in the dark to be his paramour? Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss, I die.
Good morning. Where is my love? What's this? A cup closed in my true love's hand. Poison I see hath been his timeless end. Oh, churl, drunk all and left no heavy drop to help me after. Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger wherever you are. This is thy sheath. It's Romeo for ya. Grower, not a shower. Brittany. There, rest and let me die. Epilogue.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow shall not show its head. Go forth and have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was there a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
Complete work show, we have encountered this problem. How to make these musty 400-year-old plays accessible to a modern audience. One popular trend is to take Shakespeare's plays and transpose them into modern settings. We've seen evidence of this with Shakespeare's plays set in such bizarre locations as the lunar landscape, Nazi concentration camps, and even Jersey. In this vein, Aaron has traced the roots of Shakespeare's symbolism in the context of a pre-Nietzschean society, through the totality of a jejune, circular relationship of form contrasted with the complete otherness of metaphysical cosmologies and the ethical mores entrenched in the collective subconscious of an agrarian race. I have no idea what any of that means. So, we now present Shakespeare's first tragedy, Titus Andronicus, as a cooking show.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, gourmets. And welcome to the Great Roman Baking Show. I'm your host, Titus Paul Hollywood Andronicus. Now, when you had a long day, your right hand chopped off, your son's murdered, your daughter raped, her tongue cut out, and both her hands chopped off. Well, The last thing you want to do is cook. Unless, of course, you cook the rapist and serve him to his mother at a dinner party. My daughter Lavinia and I will show you how. Good evening, Lavinia.
I am, Mom.
And how are we feeling today?
I
know, it's a pisser. But we'll get our revenge, won't we? No! Ha! Villain, I will grind your bones to dust, and of your blood and it I'll make a paste, and of the paste a coffin I will rear, and make a pasty of your shameful head. Come, Lavinia, receive the blood. Now, first of all, we want to make a nice, clean incision from carotid artery to jugular vein, like so.
Very good, Mama.
Be sure to use a big bowl for this because the human body has about 4 quarts of blood in it. And when the tea is dead, which should be, right about now, let me go grind his bones to powder small, and with his hateful liquor temper it, and in that paste let his vile head be baked at about 350 degrees, and 40 minutes later you have this lovely human head pie, which I prepared earlier with serving suggestion. Lady fingers for dessert. Now, who will be the first to try this delicious taste treat, Welcome, gracious lord. Welcome, Dread Queen. Will it please you eat? Will it please you feed? It's finger-licking good!
It's me!
Well, we're just about out of time for today, so thank you for tuning in. And be sure to watch next week when our guest chef, Timon of Athens, will teach us how to make ratatouille out of the Merry Wives of Windsor. Until then, bon appetit!
Hope no one was too offended by Titus Andronicus. Shakespeare, as a young writer, seems to have undergone a brief blood and guts period. No doubt, if he were alive today, he'd be in Hollywood working on Titus Andronicus 9, Just Desserts. But we now move on to explore the genius evident in Shakespeare's more mature plays, as we explore his dark and brooding tragedy, Othello, the Moor of Venice.
Speak of me as I am. Let nothing extenuate that of someone who loved not wisely, but too well. For never was there a tale of more woe than this of Othello. And he says to no. Oh, Dizzy! Oh!
Bob, can we have some house lights, please? Thank you. So, we left Brittany on her own to research this play, and she must have looked up more in the dictionary and thought it was a place where you tie up boats.
Which, in this context, is totally pea-brained. In the 16th century, the word Moor referred to a person of African descent. Oh, I feel like such a dork. I didn't see anything. God. Now, friends, we obviously have a little bit of a problem in performing Othello the Moor of Venice because the part was written for a black man. And we're obviously not.
No.
So like I took one of those Ancestry.com tests, right? It came up with the whitest countries in Europe. Like it's like Germany and England and France and Ireland.
What we're trying to say is we're crackers is basically what we are.
Yeah.
So due to physical limitations, we are unable to perform Othello the Moor of Venice. So we'll move on to...
Why don't we skip all this heavy tragedy and move on to the comedies for a while?
Yeah!
Comedies! Now, when it came to the comedies, Shakespeare was a genius at borrowing and adapting plot devices from different theatrical traditions.
That's right. These influences include the Roman plays of Plautus and Terence, which are hysterically funny, as well as the rich Italian tradition of commedia dell'arte.
Yeah, basically Shakespeare stole everything he ever wrote.
Stole is a little strong, Brittany. Distilled, maybe.
Okay, well, then he distilled the 3 or 4 funniest gimmicks of his time into 16 plays.
You see, essentially, Shakespeare was a formula writer. Once he found a device that worked, he used it over and over again. So, Mr. Shakespeare, the question we have is this. Why did you write 16 comedies when you could have written just one?
In answer to this question, we have taken the liberty of condensing all 16 of Shakespeare's comedies into a single play, which we have entitled The Comedy of Two Well-Measured Gentlemen Lost in the Merry Wives of Venice on a Midsummer's Twelfth Night in Winter.
Or
Cymbeline, taming Pericles the Merchant in The Tempest of Love as much as you like it for nothing.
The Bachelor in Paradise. Escape to Verona. Comedy?
Comedy.
Act 1. A Spanish duke swears an oath of celibacy and turns the rule of his kingdom over to his sadistic and tyrannical twin brother. He learns some fantastical feats of magic and sets sail for the golden age of Greece, along with his daughters, 3 beautiful and virginal sets of identical twins. While rounding the heel of Italy, the duke's ship is caught in a terrible tempest, which, in its fury, casts the duke upon a desert island along with the youngest and most virginal of his daughters. This innocent vision of loveliness stumbles into a dark cave, where she's molested by an inhuman orange monster who symbolizes the extreme right wing of the Republican Party.
Act 2. The long-lost children of the Duke's brothers, also coincidentally 3 sets of identical twins, have just arrived in Italy. Though still possessed of an inner nobility, they are ragged, destitute, penniless, flea-infested shadows of the men they once were, and in an utmost extremity are forced to borrow money from an old Jew who deceives them into putting their brains down as collateral on the loan. Meanwhile, the 6 brothers have fallen in love with 6 Italian sisters, 3 of whom are contentious, sharp-tongued little shrews, and the other 3 are submissive, airheaded little bimbos.
Act 3. The shipwrecked identical daughters of the Duke wash up on the shores of Italy, disguise themselves as men, and become pages to the shrews and matchmakers to the Duke's brother sons. They lead all the lovers into a forest where, on a midsummer's night, a bunch of mischievous fairies squeeze the aphrodisiac juice of a hermaphroditic flower into the shrews' eye, causing them to fall in love with their pages who, in turn, have fallen in love with the Duke's brother sons. While the queen of the fairies seduces a jackass, they all have a lovely bisexual animalistic orgy.
Act 4. The elderly fathers of the Italian sisters, finding their daughters missing, dispatch messages to the pages telling them to kill any man in the vicinity.
However, being unable to find men in the forest, the faithful messengers, in a final misguided act of loyalty, deliver the messages to each other and kill themselves.
Meanwhile, the fish creature and the Duke arrive in the forest disguised as Russians and, for no apparent reason, perform a 2-man underwater version of Uncle Vanya.
Act 5. The Duke commands the fairies to right their wrongs.
The pages and the bimbos get into a knockdown, drag-out fight in the mud,
during which the pages' clothes are ripped off, revealing female genitalia.
The Duke recognizes his daughter.
The Duke's brother sons recognize their uncle.
The magician turns the monster into a turtle who becomes Senate Majority Leader.
And they all get married and go out to dinner.
Except for a minor character in the second act who gets eaten by a bear, and the Duke's brother sons who, unable to pay back the old Jew, give themselves lobotomies.
And they all live happily ever after.
Shakespeare's tragedies, because basically we found that the comedies aren't half as funny as the tragedies. Take, for example, Shakespeare's Scottish play, Macbeth.
I
forgot about the curse.
All right. There's a curse on the name, right? You're supposed to say it, like,
We're doing it, we're technically doing it. I don't know what the bylaws are.
Okay. Fortunately, however, we not only perform an abbreviated version of Macbeth, but you said it was allergies, Brittany.
No, it's stuff. It's not the curse.
Okay.
Not the curse.
However, after much thorough research, we are able to do so in perfect Scottish accents. Aye. Double, toil and trouble.
Oh, stay in perfect, Mac Speaker. But tell me, Macmore.
Macbeth, beware, Macduff. None of woman born shall harm Macbeth, till Barnum would
come to Dunsany, don't you know? Oh, say it, don't Max play it.
Sorry.
Oh, that's dead great. And what need make I make better make the
Cheerio, Jimmy, and know that I was from me mother's womb untimely ripped. What do you think about that?
Oh, I didn't like it. But I support a women's right to choose. I definitely.
Oh, Macbeth, ye killed me wife, ye murdered me babies, and ye shattered me stew.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, you did. I had to throw half of it away.
Oh, Leon, you great agates.
My stew! Get off of me, swine! Behold, where lies the usurper's cursed head. Macbeth, your axe is out the windy. For never was there a tale of more blood and death than this of Mr. and Mrs. Macbeth. Thank you.
Meanwhile, Julius Caesar was a much beloved tyrant. Oh, hail Julius Caesar!
Hail, citizen.
Who was warned by a soothsayer?
Ooh, beware the Ides of March.
The great Caesar, however, chose to ignore the warning.
What the hell are the Ides of March?
The 15th of March.
Why? That's today.
Ha ha!
No! Ha! 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 Et tu, Brute!
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar. So let's bury him and get on to my play. Antony!
And Cleopatra, is this an asp I see before me?
Brittany, stop! Brittany, what are you doing? Brittany, you have this bizarre notion that all of Shakespeare's tragic heroines wear really ugly wigs and vomit on people before they die.
Yeah, well, don't they?
No, get a clue, Brittany. Antony and Cleopatra is not a Pepto-Bismol commercial. It is a romantic thriller about the geopolitical power struggle between Egypt and Rome.
It's one of Shakespeare's geopolitical plays. Well, see, if I'd known that, I never would have screwed around with it. Shakespeare's geopolitical stuff is like some of my favorite work. It's like, yeah, it's like the themes he wrote about 400 years ago are so relevant today. Like, what was the one he wrote about how nuclear power affected the Soviet Union?
Brittany, Shakespeare never wrote anything about the Soviet Union.
No, he totally did. It was, Chernobyl Kinsman. It was intense. It's about this nuclear reactor that melts down and it pollutes the air and water of all the neighboring kingdoms. And the king of Chernobyl denies it ever happened, even though the peasants are like growing second heads and stuff. And then, in the second act, this radioactive cloud floats over to the New World and creates this race of genetically modified TV evangelists. HBO did mini series.
Brittany, what are you talking about? Brittany, what are you talking about?
Chernobyl Kinsman. So on the HBO miniseries,
Shakespeare wrote a play called Two Noble Kinsmen.
Not Chernobyl Kinsman.
Two Noble Kinsmen.
Well, what's Two Noble Kinsmen about?
It's about a girl who goes insane with the fear that her boyfriend will be eaten by wolves and her father hanged.
Okay, is there anything in it about Boris Yeltsin?
No!
Well, I've never heard of that play.
Well, I'm not surprised you haven't heard of it because it's not actually... Maybe I should explain.
No, you've done this. It's going to be like 20-minute tangent now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Two Noble Kinsmen actually falls into the category in which scholars refer to as the Apocrypha, or in some scholarly circles, the obscure plays, or the lesser plays, or simply the bad plays. However, not all of the Apocrypha are completely without merit. In fact, one of them, Troilus and Cressida, is hardly crap at all. I actually discuss it at some length in my soon-to-be-released book about Shakespeare entitled Love Me Some Willie, which I'd like to whip out for you now.
Well, we're not that kind of show.
The manuscript, guys.
I
was actually thinking that maybe tonight we could perform a quick improvised version of Troilus and Cressida based on this chapter.
Oh, yeah, we could do a sort of interpretive dance/performance art version.
Oh, okay, yeah, I like performance art. It's so
Pretentious.
Pretentious, yes it is.
Yeah, we could use Troilus and Cressa as a jumping off point to discuss the transient nature of life or the mythology involved in the arising and dissipation of forms.
Yeah, get some props.
Get some props.
No, guys. I was actually thinking of a straightforward, scholarly approach.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah, go ahead and read though.
Okay. Troilus and Cressida was written in 1603, published in Porto in 1604. Appears in the first folio. Although this version is some 166 lines longer than the second Porto edition of 1605, which is some 166 lines shorter. To do with Jurassic Park. It deals with the possibility that Shakespeare's plays were actually written by a monkey and a typewriter. I think it's groundbreaking work.
Whoa, isn't there anything in there about, I don't know, the plot?
The plot? Of course I cover the plot. What kind of scholar do you think I am? I discussed the plot in depth on the footnote on page 29. Troilus, youngest son of Priam, king of Troy.
Oh, okay, well, you be Troilus and you be the king.
Okay, great. Loves Cressida.
I'll get the wig.
And has arranged with her uncle Pandorus for a meeting. Although she feigns indifference, she is attracted to him.
I have to feign indifference?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Agamemnon, the Greek commander, has surrounded
Agamemnon, Aaron, this is so boring. This is the kind of stuff that kids hate to study in school because it's so boring.
Yeah, as soon as you said Agamemnon, I was asleep. I'm sorry. I told these guys before we went on stage, I told them, I will not do dry, boring, vomitless Shakespeare for these people because it'll just turn you off to Shakespeare. I mean, that's what happened to me. When I was a kid, I'd be sitting there in class and I'd be looking out the window at all the kids playing ball while we were supposed to be studying Shakespeare, and I'd be thinking, why can't this stuff be more like sports?
Sports! Hey, how do you mean? Explain.
Well, okay, sports are visceral, they're exciting to watch, right? Like, with all those kings and queens killing each other off, and the throw being passed from one generation to the next, it's exactly like playing football, except you do it with a crown!
Hey, they are kind of similar, aren't they?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
All right, line them up. Let's kick some royal ass. Richard 3, Henry 6, Part 1, 2, 3, hop.
When the crown is snapped to Richard II, a well-spoken 14th century monarch, he came back to passage for an air-down field with a heavy rush from Kingston!
Tigers, blessings downwards!
The crown is in the air, and Henry VI comes up with a victory is won!
What? He's hit immediately by King John, that really performed player from the 12th century, and he's down! Oh, he's killing him out there. This could be the end of the War of the Roses cycle.
Whoa, King John is in the clear!
I saw that down on rule!
He's at the 40, the 30, the 20. Oh, he's poisoned at the 10-yard line. You hate to see it, folks. Looks like he's out for the game. Replacing him now is number 72, King Lear.
Divide me our kingdom in 3. Cordelia, you go long.
A flag is down. Fictional character on the field. Lear is disqualified and he's not happy about it.
Never, 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 never.
Lining up now is our father-son team of Henry IV and Prince Hal. Center snaps to the quarterback. Quarterback gives to the halfback. Oh, looks like Richard III's limp is giving him trouble.
A horse? A horse, my kingdom for a horse.
Oh, there's a pile up on the field.
Fumble, and Henry VIII comes up with it. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10. He stops at the 5 to chop off his own wife's head. A touchdown for the Red Rose. Oh my, you gotta believe this is the beginning of a Tudor dynasty.
Richard III, the whole royal family is bringing us sir.
We did all the histories just now.
Right, we covered the comedies in a lump.
Right, okay, that leaves the tragedies. Titus Andronicus we did with all the blood.
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet we did.
Yeah, right, Troilus and Cressida, Julius Caesar, yep.
We shipwrecked Othello, and Lear was in the football game. Macbeth we did with Scottish accents.
Aye.
What about Antony and Cleopatra?
Yeah, I threw up all over.
Oh, right. Okay, Timon of Athens I mentioned. Coriolanus?
Oh, no. I don't want to do that one.
Why? What's wrong with
Well, I
Coriolanus?
don't like the anus part. I think it's offensive. Let's move on.
Okay, so we skip the anus play.
Thank you.
And that's it, right? That's all?
Yep. That's it. Thank you all so much.
Yep.
You've been great.
Guys.
Thank you.
What?
Oh, no. Hamlet?
Hamlet.
How can we forget Hamlet?
I don't know, it's right there.
Wait. Shakespeare didn't write Hamlet, did he?
Of course he did.
Well, I thought it was a Mel Gibson movie.
Yes, it is.
Folks, 36 plays down, 1 to go. Perhaps the greatest play ever written in the English language. A play of such love, poetic,
Aaron.
and philosophical words!
Hamlet's a really serious, hardcore play. I just don't think I'm up for it right now.
What do you mean? It's the last one.
Well, I know, but the football game took a lot out of me, emotionally and physically, and I just don't think that I could do it justice.
We don't have to do it justice, we just have to do it.
Brittany, the show is called The Complete Works of William Shakespeare. I think they'd all like to see Hamlet, right?
Yeah, so we'll call it The Complete Works of William Shakespeare except for Hamlet.
That's a stupid
That
name
is
and it's
the
got a
most
parenthesis.
ridiculous
No, well, you know what? I don't have to do it. I'm just gonna sit here with Ben Affleck, and we're in love, and we're gonna talk about our love, and we're just gonna watch you two do it.
I thought you were... Okay.
Brittany, he's not real. He's flat. No, look at him.
Cardboard.
What's happening? No, don't touch me.
Have a cow. Okay. So, we start off with the guard scene, so we'll need Bernardo and Horatio.
Right, when you Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
Now we can skip them. They got their own play.
Sure, okay. Yep.
Where does she think she's going?
Go fast.
Oh,
George,
get back here, you Shakespeare whip!
Yeah! Go get him. Aaron's usually a lot faster than Brittany. I'm sure they'll be right back. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Damn it. Oh, I got it. If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended. That you have but I don't want to do that whole thing. Here, we'll do it. We got a different one. Okay. Probably not this. Oh, for a muse of fire that would light the very... Okay, you know what? Actually, we're just going to take intermission here. Get up, stretch your legs, get something to eat. Go to the bathroom. Check your phone. There's probably like 15 more new pictures of little puppies that you got to go like on whatever feed. We'll be back here in 15 minutes. Also, please go ahead and donate to the Venmo that we had on earlier. The complete, I don't remember what it is, but it's yes. Delete, go to that, please. Give us money. We'd appreciate it. We'll come back in 15 minutes, and by then, Aaron and Brittany should be back, and we'll continue on with Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. I hope.